Hey guys, my name is TheRussianBadger, and we're playing on Valparaiso, the most wonderful map known to man. And I cut out the first objective because it was moderately boring in my personal opinion, and I know that you guys don't like boring, like, I don't want to see exciting gameplay, I don't need no boring gameplay, and yes, I am using the PKM, also known as the personal killing machine, and a lot of you are a little, not livid, you're not livid, like, I am livid right now, I am so extremely mad at you. No, it's... A lot of you were annoyed that I was playing like medic virtually all weekend this weekend, and that's mainly because, well, on PSN at least, like, why are you playing medic? You're such a catfish medic. You just want to get the ace pin because you revive everybody. Like, you're so cool, man. You're so cool, bro. But the reason that I'm playing with the medic kit is that I've already platinumed all the engineer guns and all of the assault guns, so it's logically the next step. I mean, unless I want to skip over the medic kit and go to the recon kit and run around with red dots on sniper rifles, I'm just going to go ahead and platinum the medic kit next. So that is the reason that I'm using the PKM, and the PKM is wonderful. It is now better than the M60, and as you can see right there, took the guy off the AT, and that's just part of my plan to get my big Bertha tank up. And you really, anytime that you can get your tank forward, you want to get your tank forward, and really my entire strategy here is just to cut them off in the back of their spawn. And yummy old sandwich, but the problem is, they all spawned on him. Look at all these chatty Cassies running around here having a gab fest. So I get 4 of them, I believe. Then one more spawns. I have to go back for second helpings. Look at this guy. He revived one, though. Random revive of the week, of the year, of the decade. And I can't get him with the big iron on my hip. So then I go to reload. And I thought, you know what? If he revives them, I'm going to be absolutely flabbergasted beyond belief. So I get this engineer here. I'm going to move up. And what do you know? Rambo revived all of them. Please, I'm trying to think what advice I could give them, and I could just say, don't run with a medic in your squad, because he's probably going to Rambo revive you, and actually that's even bad advice, but I mean, run medic if you want to, just make your revives a little bit more smarter. And I ran out of bullets for my PKM. I had around 35 shots left, so I said, you know what, let's just pick up some random kit from a bush monster, and what do you know? M95, and although I miss him here, and I know that we all know that I'm a scrub with most weapons in this game, but even worse with 50 cals in the face. Oh, look at that. And that's not the last headshot, believe it or not. And I got this guy with a big iron on my hip. It's like he's Texas Red and I'm the Arizona Ranger, and he thinks he's so cool, but in reality I'm the one that kills him. And the curse of Jay Kaiser. Look at this. Anytime that I pick up an Uzi, it's always going to have an ACOG on. It is the curse of Jay Kaiser. It's going to haunt me for eternity. And I bet he's peeing his pants laughing right now. I bet he is. And yet again, I thought, you know what, I'm already out of bullets, but enjoy your marshmallows, buddy. And so I pick up my 50 cal back up here, and although I miss him here, that was really a bad... I should not have hard scoped him from here, but I come around it in the face. Look at that. And I didn't want to reload my Rex, so I came all the way around and yummy old sandwich, but sadly the streak has to end. And that's basically my strategy. I just lurk around that helicopter pad, around the concrete blocks. I just cut them off in the back of their spawn, because I know they spawn there. I cut them off in the back of their spawn and make sure that my other teammates have lots of room to move forward at all times, so that they never have a problem moving forward to armor objectives. And I called in a little bit of help from Wesley. Snipes. Yes. Very well, and yet again, it's more so cutting off their spawn from a different angle, but really that's about the extent of my entire plan. I basically just cut them off in the back of their spawn, lurking and being a concrete block monster over near the helicopter pad, and you can also do it from over here, but the main goal of this entire strategy that I'm employing is to keep them at that respawn screen as much as you can and keep them away from your teammates that are moving forward to our objectives. And as you can see, we armed a lot of objectives, a lot of them got defused, but that's the other aspect that I almost want to improve on myself, is make sure that once you keep a lot of the enemies back in their spawn and once you set charges, you defend the charges instead of focusing more on the guys coming out of the spawn. But that can work both ways. Like, sometimes you can make sure that you always keep them back in their spawn and then hope that your other teammates defend as the objective has already been armed. And yet again here, are you ready for it? I don't think you're ready, because I think that you might think that you're ready, but I don't think that you think that you're ready. And are you ready? And quick scope, look at that. I don't even need any kind of red dot, noob, ACOG on my M95 sight to quickscope. I just use iron sights. I don't even need. I just use iron sights. I don't even need any kind of noob 4x scope to quickscope. I don't really need that at all. And lurking blue crate monster, awesome. That guy was using body armor all game. I'm not gonna say the body armor is a bad thing, but well, it's his personal decision. And I'm gonna use the hack route here, and it's really good because I always blend in. And you know, we're all using, most of us at least, are using green camo on this map. And yet again, I'm just gonna sit here, and I'm just gonna shoot anybody. I'm just gonna cut them off in the back of their spawn yet again. And we got some guys lurking under this building on my left-hand side, virtually at all times. And the main channel to A is gonna be on my left-hand side. They just run up there, and look at this. Everything is made of paper on this map. That's why you have to use an LMG. You just spray through all of it. I mean, you can still spray through all of it with most weapons, but the LMG is great because you can just unload hundreds and hundreds of rounds through paper mache. Like, that's really all it is. And look, we got a lurking bush monster under the deck here. I'm gonna get this guy through the paper. And look at this guy. I'm so MLG pro, dude. I'm lurking around. I'm crouching under this dark little building here. I'm so good, man. Maybe if I put red tiger camo on my gun, it might do more damage, dog. Yeah. And yet again, here's the main channel. Here's the main channel to A, where they mostly move up from the back of their spawn. And you can outgun assault rifles. I mean, not if you're using the 40 mil, if they're using the 40 mil shotgun, but I'm just getting more bush monsters back here. But if you can really aim down sight as quickly as possible with LMGs, you can usually win a lot of your gunfights. And yet again, made of paper. Look at that. I didn't anticipate that guy spawning as quickly as he was, but he's a max level. He knows what he's doing, and he knows where I am. Now, this was a bad spawn decision. I'm not even gonna lie to you. That was a bad spawn decision. Period. And I spray that guy down. I just get lucky there. I was moderately lucky that he was paying more attention to my shed monster teammate than he was to me. I'm just glad about that. And I get hit markers through here, but I don't quite get a kill. And a lot of you guys notice the hack route that I took here, just along that left ridge. That actually works really well, and a lot of times they don't expect that. But then again, I think if people start doing it more repeatedly, they will start expecting it a lot more. Now, and yet again, I see this guy spotted, and I don't know how many things are in my way, but I can still shoot through that, and that's why it's always key to use an LMG on Valparaiso. That was random grenade. That's not going to hit anything, obviously. And I'm going to move up here, and I know there's going to be bush monsters and other guys lurking around here because that's what they were doing on the previous objectives in previous games as well, so I was expecting that. And, are you ready? Oh, hi, bush monster. Good morning. And there's another guy. There's another guy on my left-hand side. He's an assault. He's pushing forward. That's the same guy that was using body armor. The same guy that was being that blue crate monster. And he's going to come around the corner. Come here, catfish. Why, hello there. There you go. And like I said, the hack routes that I was talking about on the left-hand ridge, and especially going up here, the green camo makes it so hard to see everything. Yet again, more guys in the spawn that I have to take down. But, I mean, green camo is obviously the way to go. I mean, sometimes I make the mistake of spawning with the Spectac camo, which is like tan and black, which is not a good idea. Look at this bush monster. He's not even a bush monster with his green camo on. Green camo and green surroundings, but I'll show you what happens when you're wearing green camo lurking in a bush. There you go. And I don't even want to get started with green camo because that's going to make me start singing in German. You guys wouldn't like that at all. Do you guys know those songs, though? Anytime that I think of green camo, I always think of that song. Have you guys ever heard it? You know, grün, grün, grün sind alle meine Kleider. Grün, grün, grün ist alles, was ich habe. Darum lieb ich alles, was so grün ist, weil mein Schatz ein Jäger ist. Nein? You guys have never heard that one before? I mean, there's worse ones that I know. There's worse German songs. Yet again, another bush monster. Like, A, B, C, die Katze lief im Schnee. No, you guys wouldn't know that one. And then this guy up here, eventually, I thought he was still lurking up here, but then I thought, you know what? I only have 56 bullets left. I might want to pick up some more ammo, but then again, this tree was being quite the catfish and not letting me get up. And this is just so frustrating. It's like, get up here. Das geht mir auf die Nerven. It was kind of frustrating. And so I'm going to come up here, and I'm going to finally find his kit. I believe I eventually get ammo here. But, no, I think it's once I find his kit, it disappears. Just conveniently. Thanks a lot for trolling me, game, but It's okay, I'm going to move up here. And it is arguably the most difficult set of objectives to take in the entire game, at least in my personal opinion. Apart from Nelson Bay, the final set of objectives, that's pretty difficult. And since I'm out of ammo, well, almost out of ammo, I'm going to pick up this 50 cal here. I'm going to get that bush monster. Ooh, baby. That was not a headshot. So I'm not an MLG Pro, right? I'm not an MLG Pro. Nor am I Elite Snipsor either. And this guy's going to come out of nowhere. I don't know if it's the darkness or I'm just a total scrub, but I just didn't see that guy. And well done. And so I asked him, ist es die da, die da am Eingang steht? Ist es die da, die den Kopf verdreht? Ist es die da, die mit dem dicken Pulli anmahnt? And then he said, nein, es ist die Frau, die freitags nicht kann. And then it moved on to, Smudo, das ist meine ja, eventually, but that's a different story. And this was absolute fail in the tank. Just so much fail, because I was trying to get an angle on the anti-tank mines to try to destroy them, and it was just awful. And yet again, like, I can't even see any kind of lurking bush monster catfish right here. Look, they just lurk up there. Look at this trickster lurking in the darkness. I finally get him because he moves, but if you don't move up there, I literally cannot see you. And I was thinking about turning up the brightness, but I thought, you know what, even then, the brightness still makes everything else looks out of proportion and really saturated, so I'm not really going to adjust my color settings for one specific map, but this entire third set of objectives, or four sets, excuse me, it's just difficult because everything is uphill and there's a lot of cover for the enemies, a lot of concrete blocks for them to lurk behind, and this is going to come down to the wire. I'm not going to really describe to you exactly what happens until it actually happens, but it comes down to the wire, to say the least. And yet again, still mowing guys down with a PKM. Ooh, Nemesis spin. I should have shot other people. And yet again, I get mowed down by the Bradley. I should not have left that. I should have destroyed that, but you know what? I was having such a hard time with those anti-tank mines. It's like, I don't think I'm going to participate in that anymore. So I get this guy, and you know what? Is it just me, or is the PKM just a headshot machine? I don't know if it's me, or... And I really don't approve of most people using the red dot or the ACOG on this, because the iron sights are great, and really, on every single LMG, I always run the lightweight kit, except for the MG3. The MG3's got a weird recoil. It really affects your aim quite a bit. But I usually just run lightweight. I just run around like a catfish, and I shoot everybody while jumping up and down like I'm doing jumping jacks or something. But the lightweight is so convenient, so incredibly convenient, and yet again, they're just lurking in the darkness. It's all about their lurking in the darkness, just being bush monsters. I don't know why. But once they come out, it's really quite easy to mow them down. And that's really, really important, especially with the PKM. The hipfire can get really, really horrendous. You don't want to hipfire them down like you're using a UMP. So you really, really have to get aim down sight really, really quickly if you want to win a gunfight, especially against an assault player. So we've got about 25 tickets here, 27 tickets, excuse me, and it's really coming down to, I'm not going to call it like, it's crunch time, we got to get in on that objective. It's like, okay, we should start moseying towards the objective. Don't you agree, teammates? Yes, you do agree. And, see, it's just difficult to see that guy. Even that guy, it's just difficult to see. And yet another guy lurking behind these concrete blocks. I'm going to move all the way in here. And this was, I thought this was pretty amazing, how I just like stroll all the way through the back of their helicopter pad. That guy just should not be using the recon kit if he's that bad at it. And I'm gonna get this guy. I'm gonna move on to the objective, but there's so many guys lurking up there. I was out of ammo, and that's really just a lost cause. So I tried to lurk here and reload, but then eventually I was like, you know what? This space is so hot. Like, there's so much activity around here. There's just chatty catties lurking up here. Although I do get this guy. Okay, then we set at Alpha. Alpha is obviously the only objective that we need. And 15 tickets, I am pretty nervous. I don't know if you're nervous, but it was so nerve-wracking because I know if I lurk back there behind the concrete blocks, I'm going to get mowed down. Like, you just going to get mowed down right about now. And they still somehow defuse this. But look, this is absolute ninja time because they kill me with the big iron yet again. They defuse, but this is literally crunch time. I literally thought, okay, 11 tickets, I'm going to have to go ninja mode, like right now. And although I do get, I always got one or two guys that was defusing, but I can never get all the catfish that were always defusing. And they're not really catfish for defusing. I mean, obviously they're playing the objective, but are you ready for this? I'm going to keep real quiet while we do this. All right, ninja, right, I run right past that guy. I'm going to arm the objective. I'm just going to lurk here. I'm going to be a broken floor monster for the next 20 seconds, 20 to 30 seconds here. I don't get that guy. Critical kill assist, something that I totally hate. But look, this guy almost defused. Most terrifying moment of my entire life, but I'm still there. I get this guy with a big iron on my hip. Look, you're Texas Red and I'm the Arizona Ranger for a nemesis pin. And what do you know? And this brings me to my next topic. It's that I know a lot of you guys have been asking for a PV2K gameplay because you really want to see some PV2K gameplay, but I've already platinumed it, so I don't know if I'm going to be using it for a little while. But you know what? It is so delightful. I mean, even using it right here, it feels so... I mean, clearly my hands are not in this game. It's not like I'm reaching in, like, oh, I'm reaching in, I'm holding the PV2K. It's like, it just feels so light in your hands and so mobile. You just feel so mobile when you have the PV2K. And the red dot is really, really good on it. I've used the iron sights and I've gotten used to the iron sights, but obviously I've platinumed it, so I'm not using it a whole lot, and that's also the reason that I told you why I'm using the medic guns, is because I already platinumed all the engineer and all the assault weapons. So what do you know? I pick up a random rifle here, a random medic kit, and it's a PKM. I just luck out. And I'm gonna move. I like to shimmy. I like to just shimmy along this little rock base here and hope that I don't get hit by some guy lurking in the darkness. But as you can see, all this entire area is totally shaded. So you're going to have a lot of darkness monsters just lurking around here, and they really, really like to, at least I do for the most part, I like to push up, and it's not a really, really narrow area here, but it's narrow enough that if you get enough of the defenders pushing all the way forward, you can really hold them in here. And, okay, I get this guy, and quick scope, look at that. That was pretty cool, right? See, I don't even need a red dot. I don't even need a red dot. And I think this was just another case of I should not have engaged that guy. There was another guy lurking up in the darkness there that I really should not have shot at because I didn't see him. But don't take an engagement if he's that far away. And quick scope. Quick scope. There we go. That was a false alarm that first time. But one thing that my teammates actually were very, very good at, and yet again, quick scope. Look at that. Yet again. And one thing that my teammates were very, very good at is getting out the Blackhawk helicopter and getting forward and dropping guys off. And I really thought that you can obviously see this last set of objectives much, much less complex than the fourth set. The fourth set is so difficult. Quick, false alarm. I'm going to get that guy. I don't know how I got that guy from that range with a hip fire. Sometimes the PKM is just magical, but I don't know what happens sometimes. And you see, I probably should not have engaged that guy. I should probably have my priorities a little bit more straight and look at the enemies that are actually a threat to me, like the guy that just shot me with the body armor. But I'm going to move up all the way on this left side here, and I usually like to take the left side because unless the guy's lurking next to the objective of A, he's probably not going to take you down because they're more so concerned with the majority of your team moving down the right side. I'm going to get that guy there. And we've already armed B. I think we've already got this in the bag. That guy's spraying, being a bottom double stacker monster. I'm going to get this other recon here, and it's basically all that she wrote. I mean, I don't know why those guys are lurking over there instead of running back to defuse this, but really at this point, it's already too late. And I had to fast forward this last part because I know it's 19 minutes. I know it's long, but there's my final score. I want to thank you guys very, very much for watching, and I will see you next time. Auf Wiedersehen und bis bald.